When my daughter asked for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at 8, I knew something was wrong. She was sitting on the edge of my bed in her moon pajamas, everything already done on her own, teeth brushed, water glass filled, covers turned down. She'd been putting herself to bed since she was 6. She stood in the doorway with her arms crossed and said, very quietly, "Daddy, can you sing Twinkle Twinkle?" And something in my chest locked, not the song, the way she asked it. My daughter Petra is 8, fierce about her independence in the way only kids who lost something early can be. She hadn't asked for that song since she was 3. I sat down and sang it. She went still the whole time. When it was done, she just pulled the covers up and said goodnight, Daddy, and closed her eyes. I stood in her doorway for a long time. Then I went to the kitchen and stood at the counter with a glass of water I didn't drink, and thought about everything I might have missed. I've been a single dad for 4 years. My wife Nadia died when Petra was 4. Aneurysm. Sunday morning. She was making eggs. For the first 2 years, Petra had nightmares and wouldn't sleep alone. Then one day at 6, she announced she was fine. Daddy closed her door, and that was the end of it. Good at school. 2 best friends, Soleil and Bex. Saturday soccer. I thought we'd made it through. The next morning I called her teacher. Ms. Fernandez picked up on the first ring. I asked if she'd noticed anything different about Petra lately. Silence. Then, Mr. Wren, I was actually going to call you today. She said Petra had been choosing to sit alone at lunch, that her last 3 creative writing assignments had the same topic, my family, but not really. She said Petra's stories kept circling a theme, a house with a dad in it, and another house with a mother figure, and a girl who went back and forth and didn't know which one was home. There is no other house, I said. Petra lives with me. She's lived with me since she was 4. Ms. Fernandez said she knew that. She said that was what worried her. I was in my car before the call ended. I parked in the visitor lot and sat there with the engine off. My daughter was writing stories about a woman in a second house. My daughter had no mother. I went inside. Ms. Fernandez showed me 3 stories, no words, just handed them over, each one the same. A girl named P, a daddy named Dan, and a woman named M. M lived somewhere else. M smelled like flowers. M put her hair in braids and sang songs. And P was not supposed to tell Daddy about M. I read that line 3 times. Not supposed to tell. I drove home and went through Petra's backpack, reading folder, snack bag, a friendship bracelet, a field trip slip, and at the very bottom, in the zippered inside pocket, a folded piece of paper, a drawing, 2 women, both smiling, one with short dark hair and glasses, my mother, one I didn't recognize, taller, long hair, big hoop earrings. Underneath, in Petra's careful block letters, Grandma and my other grandma. I sat down on the kitchen floor. My father had been estranged from his own mother since before I was born. Old stuff, he'd said once. Nothing worth opening up again. He never said more and I never pushed. And now my daughter had drawn her. My daughter had been visiting her, and neither of them had told me. I called my mother. She picked up on the second ring. "Hi, sweetheart. What's going on?" I told her about the stories. About M. About P not being allowed to tell Daddy. "Kids have wild imaginations," she said. She probably heard it from a friend. They're always making up games. I hung up. Not angrily. I just set the phone down. Because she hadn't said, "How strange." She hadn't said, "God, that's worrying." She'd gone straight to explaining it away. 12 seconds. No pause. No consideration that it might be real. I found the care facility's number online. When the front desk woman confirmed Hazel Renault was a resident, I said I was her grandson. She went quiet. "We do have you listed on the approved visitor list," she said carefully, "along with a Mrs. Elva Wren and a Petra Wren. Your daughter has been here 3 times. I pulled onto the highway shoulder with my hazards on and sat there, because it turns out my mother hadn't just taken Petra to visit a woman I'd never met. She had put my name on the list too, and I had no idea why until I found out what she'd been planning to do next. Full story is only on Spotify. Search Lomu Stories. It's free.